Hello viewers, welcome. Today we are going to discuss chapter 11 fundamental duties. So let's get started. There is great truth in the statement that rights are correlative to functions and imply obligations. So rights and duties are correlated. In our constitution we had adopted almost all the principles of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, but there was no provision in our constitution corresponding to that part of the declaration which says everyone has duties to the country in which alone the free and full development of his personality is possible. This lacuna was removed when India adopted the Article 52A, through which the fundamental duties were incorporated in the Constitution. Now it shall be the duty of every citizen of India. Now we will go through each duty one by one. First is to abide by the Constitution and respect its ideals and institutions, the national flag and national anthem. So we should respect all these things: institutions, national flag, and national anthem. Now, second duty, to cherish and follow the noble ideals which inspired our national struggle for freedom. We must cherish these ideals and we must respect our national ideals which helped in getting our freedom. Now, third one, to uphold and protect the sovereignty, unity, and integrity of India. We have a rich culture and we should protect our sovereignty of our country, unity, and integrity should be intact by our duty. We should do like that all this should be fulfilled by us. Now, fourth, to defend the country and render national service when called upon to do so. So we should defend our country and we should be always be there for our country as our country is there for us. To promote harmony and the spirit of common brotherhood among all the people of India, transcending religious, linguistic, and regional or sectional diversities, to renounce practices derogatory to the dignity of women. Yes, our India is made up of different religion, different linguistics are there, different languages are there, different regional differences are there, and sectional diversities are there. But still, we have to promote harmony and live with peacefulness and brotherhood among us. And we must renounce, we must leave away practices which are derogatory, which are insulting to dignity of women. Now, sixth, to value and preserve the rich heritage of our composite culture. We should value and preserve, we should give value and to all this heritage, Indian heritage. We should be proud of that and we should promote our culture, composite culture, which is made of all those diversities. Now, seventh, to protect and improve the natural environment, including forest, lakes, rivers, and wildlife, and to have compassion for living creatures. So, not just human being, we should do something. We should try to protect and improve the natural environment in which we live, and this includes forest, also lakes, rivers, and wildlife. And we should also have compassion and kindness for living creatures living in this natural environment of India. To develop the scientific temper, humanism, and the spirit of inquiry and reform. So we must have a spirit of inquiry. We must have a scientific tendency, temper, and we must give importance to humanism. Above all, human is important, and we must have a spirit of inquiry and a curiosity in ourselves. We must reform anything which is bad in us, and we must strive to the progress of our country. Ninth duty, to safeguard public property and abjure violence. So we will do something. We should safeguard, we should protect our public property. Public property means property related to government, related to public buses, trains, and all those things, and we must protect those things and those places. and those properties, and we must not go in the path of violence. We must abjure violence at all. This principle is inspired by the non-violence principle of Mahatma Gandhi. So in not any way we should not go to path of violence. We must abjure violence at any cost. Now, 10th duty, to strive towards the excellence in all spheres of individual and collective activity, so that the nation constantly rises to higher level of endeavor and achievement. So we must strive, we must struggle to get excellence in our personal level, in our collective level, in group level, and in this way we try to achieve something, some goal through which our personal development is possible, and our personal development will contribute to the development of our country. Now, 11th, provide opportunities for education to his child or ward between the age of 6 and 14 years. This duty was added by the 86th Constitutional Amendment Act 2002. So earlier this duty was not included in Constitution. It was included in Constitution through the 86th Constitutional Amendment Act, which was done in 2002. According to this, this came in the form of a right to education, that it was a right of every child of children of 6 and 14 years to get education. So it is a duty of a parent and a guardian to provide children of 6 to 14 years with education at any condition. Now, these are the 11 fundamental duties. So, thank you so much for listening to me patiently.